You can see we've got some weather here. It's March 26th. I'm out here scouting in the morning. They've called for nasty weather all weekend. It's snowing now. Yeah, it wasn't too bad this morning. Temperature was about 33 when I pulled in here. I'm on state property near the border of Westmoreland and Cambria County. State forest up here. Nice big woods. Birds started gobbling at 6:47 this morning, and I counted 3 longbeards, full fans, and then maybe a handful of jakes, so 5, 6, 7, 8 gobbling birds. 3 looked to be longbeards. Several hens were chattering away this morning. Gobbled at 6:47, gobbled well. They're all grouped up, coming out of winter mode. They're going to start breaking up into smaller harems here pretty soon. Gobblers are going to be taking their hens. But one thing I want to point out, I make a good point today, is even though the weather's not so great, turkeys are still doing their things. They may not be as fired up. It may keep them from being as excited, but they're still out here. They're still doing their thing. It's still a good time to scout. Actually, when you have weather like this, you could sneak around a little bit more. I was able to get more footage of turkey today. Hopefully you could see that at the beginning. You saw that at the beginning of the video. It wasn't too bad. I haven't checked it yet. I'm just doing this live right now. And it's a good morning. So what we're experiencing now is pretty interesting with this spring snow. Today's actually the opening day of that youth trout season, but they're still going off behind me, the hens. There goes the gobblers. You probably can't pick it up because it's pretty far. They're probably over 100 yards away now. But we just got a coating of snow on the ground right there. It's coming down pretty good. Supposed to do this all weekend off and on. But another fun little thing when you're out here scouting turkeys is found a little shed. It's got 3 points here. It's my first shed of this spring. Might be my only shed of this spring, but it'll be nice for the dogs to chew on. I don't really keep these little ones, but the bigger ones, if I find, I'll keep. But dogs like to chew on these antlers. It's good for dogs. But get out scouting. This is my second week of scouting, March 26th. Birds are still breaking up. The gobblers came together with the hens coming out of winter mode. I would say in another week or so, you'll start to see a little different here, depending on the weather. Smaller harems will start to form. Now these turkeys were roosted the same place where they were roosted last year. The first year I scouted this was last year. There's a big draw right here. You might be able to see if you could see that hill right there out in front of the camera. Drops down, and then this drops down right here. It's a deep draw. The wind comes from this direction. That way's west. That way's east. And these turkeys shelter down in this draw in this direction to my east. And so it's pretty windy up top. The elevation up top is about somewhere between 22 and 2,400 feet. We're up here in the ridges, like I said, on the border of Cambria and Westmoreland County. But they shelter down in these draws. They were right in this draw last year about the same exact time from my notes. And they're here again, but they'll work their way up that way. There's a big pasture up there, a big hayfield up there. That's where I killed 2 gobblers last year. And they'll work their way up there as the spring comes on. And you've got to watch their movements. So second week of scouting, gobblers still in flocks with the hens. Look to the next coming weeks to be breaking up into smaller harems. And the breeding will continue to move on throughout this spring. Get out, get scouting, no matter what the weather is. Dress for it, be ready. You've got to find those gobblers. You got to get ready. Youth spring season is about a month away, and then the week after, statewide, everybody can go. I'm excited. Spring's the greatest time of year for me, besides the fall when the rut comes in. You got to get out here and look at this snow, March 26th. It's not uncommon, but we had some warm weather. I roosted some birds the other day in the evening on Thursday and heard them gobble on another roost site where I never scouted before. That was exciting. So get out, get scouting, enjoy the weather. Now some people don't like this snow so much, but I think it's kind of nice. Take another look at it. Take care. We'll talk to you next week.